She just broke the ceiling.
Yeah, that's when you say something really.
We can do with that one. Okay. I'm ready. Yeah,
Let's get it. Real bad bitches from the west and the south. And now I'm getting
What
this
do you
clout.
know about 0121?
Southside, big girls, we from Zimbabwe. We get money and we don't pay our way.
You don't want none of this smoke. I'm telling you, you don't want none of this.
Can you say how you can easily be so like I can do
I know.
this?
I can do this.
I can sell records.
Pull up.
I just feel like it. For me personally, it just highlights what I don't have now. Like, what I feel like I lack right now. Like I've just like.
But doesn't it bring you something knowing that you will have it?
It's just another thing that I'm yet again waiting for. Like, the stage I am, like I feel like I'm just waiting for a lot of things. Like I'm just waiting. I'm in the waiting area. So like that statement doesn't do much for me. It's like, well, I want them now. Like, where are they? I'm tired of waiting.
But that's where practicing patience comes into place. And I'm sure you're aware, but that's what it is. You need to actually practice patience.
And not also practicing patience. Maybe like sometimes we'll put in those seasons because like Ariana was saying, like before she would be like, oh, like I've met my man and like yay, and then when she realized that men are kind of like a revolving door, then she'd be like, oh. Then she did 7 rings and like at least I got my girls, and then like she started losing a lot of her mates, and then she was like, do you know what, like I am the love of my own life, like and I need to like focus on that. And like she did therapy and she did whatever, and she's like, and now everything else is an addition, whereas like maybe because of how like society's like set up, you're almost set up to be like emotionally dependent on so many different like little pieces of everyone that like when you don't have like 2 out of those like 4 or like even 1 or like all of them, then it just becomes so much louder that like if you was completely at peace or like feel whole in yourself, these other things wouldn't shake you as much. It will still shake you because everybody, we're human beings, we're created to be with other human beings in that sort of level of love and friendship and laughter and light. But there definitely needs to be a point where everybody gets to, where I feel like maybe 60% of humans never get to, because they don't get to experience like isolation or like for extended periods of time where you're so good with yourself that like everything else is just a plus. And then when you get to that point, that's when you start to attract all those other things. Whereas if you always feel like I'm not going to be happy without a bunch of mates, or I'm not going to be happy without a man or a kid, then it's just like, well, then you were never happy because the other people is what's giving you the happiness.
You have to work through those. Those all fall under insecurities because it's things that you feel you're lacking. Excuse me, you're lacking.
But like you should not feel lacking because you are whole.
Yeah.
That's why like
what's that?
The lady who gave the.
I was gonna say a scripture.
Oh.
The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Like if you truly, believe in God and believe in the Bible, you gotta like keep that scripture right there. It's like, the Lord is my shepherd.
I think we watched it together. That lady, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like a lady who did her vows and they went viral, and she was like, I'm not gonna say that you complete me or that you're my other half because I'm whole. Since the day I was born, I've been whole. And it's just like I think that was like, it must have been like 7 years when I saw that, because it was when you were still with. Like I remember that was such a switching point for me when I saw that, because at first, because the way she says it with such authority and conviction that it could, if you're not like clued up, you would see it as arrogance. Herself, like, you would see it as arrogance. You would see it as like, oh, she's cocky. Like, what do you mean, like, da, da, da. Like, but no, all this stuff, like, you just have to question everything that you've ever seen and heard in life. That's what adulthood is. Question absolutely everything that you've seen and heard from social media, from your parents, from your friends, from your whatever. Because why does everybody's like all the love songs like, you complete me, I would die without you, I would like.
I started dedicating those kind of love songs because I felt like no human could equate to the, like the Celine Dion song, the what's it called? You were my strength when I was weak. You were that one. Like
she said, that's my jam.
I could not.
You were my strength.
I could not think of a singular person that I was like, you know what, you deserve these words apart from
you
God.
Are everything.
And God is not even a person. Like that is literally what I'm like. I used to dedicate those songs now to God, and I would sort of switch them around instead of instead of singing these songs now. Remember, I used to sing those Mariah Carey songs while doing the dishes, and dishes day. It's my turn. I'll be listening to Mariah Carey, singing to this boy that I loved in high school. Lord knows. But once that switched and I started singing it more in terms of like, especially that specific song, when you sing it more towards God, it's kind of like, yeah, you are my strength.
It becomes more powerful.
And it represents love. That's love.
God is love.
Exactly. That's the only way. Because I was like, I've never had this kind of support from a man, from a friend,
From a parent, from a sibling. Yeah.
Nothing. Like,
No. And the other thing is, that should also be taken away from humans. You shouldn't even want that from another human, because a human's not always going to be able to give you that. Like, and that's a very selfish thing to put on someone else. Like,
put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, like, no, I don't even want somebody to think of me and be
pressure.
like, yeah, like, just because I was for you, because then people will do that. Like, when I was when I was able to be there for you in that way, in that moment, doesn't mean that like I'm this person like that's so, like high and mighty. It's just because like in that moment that's what I could give to you. It doesn't mean I'm always going to be able to be that and do that for you in every single moment of your life when you feel like weak or when you feel insert anything, or even in a positive way. Like, I'm not always going to be there for you to celebrate with you. Like, sometimes I can't. So you're like, you're something that you can always lean on, that you be like, damn, so who can I lean on and rely on 100% of the time? God, period. That's it.
Here's my question. Yes, you are whole. You are 360.
I thought you said you are whore.
No, you are like, whole people, not a whore. Whole, just kidding. You are whole, you are healed, you don't need all these outside factors or whatever. For how long as a human can you go on like that? Because I feel like there's a certain point
until you feel like you are that.
I just said you are that. You already are.
Okay, and you feel like you are. Yeah.
How long does that last without the input of a community around you is what I'm trying to say.
Then once you feel like you have done the work to become whole and you feel it genuinely in yourself, then you do the effort to create the community you want. You put in effort. Like that's the same thing I say to, now that we're recording, I'm not going to say names. That's what, because I've got loads of friends, so I'm just going to say best friend because you won't know which one. That's the thing I say to my best friend all the time. She's like, oh, like I want more friends. Like I don't want to always be putting like pressure on you to be like, if I want to do something, then it's like you know? And then I'm like, okay, cool. And as somebody who loves her, I'm now like, I'm in this with you. I'm seeing a TikTok like, oh, look, they're having a social meetup. Oh, look, they're doing this. Or like, join a running club. Or do this. Or like, do that. Or like, you said you like hair. Try it. Like, damn, I'm putting in more effort than you. You're the one who said who wants friends. Or like, who's that? Is that David?
Yeah, I think so. We should really close this damn curtains. Everybody can see us on the street.
On the street. Oh gosh, this will be an interesting one talking about friends. This guy don't believe in friends unless it's his friends.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
You know, men and their double standards. Gosh, men.
You gotta believe in friendship.
Gosh, I was saying something really good. I feel like I've already forgotten. Not that
Hold on to it.
I've already forgotten it.
Hold it.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
So how can I hold on to it? Tell me quickly before it comes. What was I saying? Oh! I've lost the point.
It's not just me,
brother.
Thank God.
Oh, brother.
I was
brother.
gonna call you yesterday. How weird is that?
And
Then I forgot.
You literally just did the thing we were talking about.
But I told you that I do that extra. I was going to call him.
And then,
actually, I called your wife first, and then time ran out.
so you're able to call my wife.
There's the honest truth.
And
I was gonna call you. Damn, what day is it? You look like payday. 17th.
Oh, is it payday?
Hair, fresh, little cologne. It's giving payday. That's the only time he looks nice.
Oh, you smell good.
Thank you.
Are you joining the podcast?
Which seat do you want him
Is
to?
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still filming. Well, we've just
We
started.
just started. And to be fair, I'm
Or you can do what she's doing and
Oh.
just contribute.
Yeah.
From the-
She never told me that, like, the topic, nothing.
We don't have a
It's 'cause
topic.
we
We
don't-
just
No,
started
but
talking about
it's
We
nice.
thought
friendship.
we'd be done by now, is
No.
what the reason. I thought we'd be finished, but hey ho, here we are.
Do you want me to grab another chair or can you sit there, Demi?
He can sit next to you.
You want to
No,
contribute off camera?
Yeah, off camera.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can actually sit in this corner because
It's still
very
not in
close
it.
up
Oh,
on
okay,
that
perfect.
space.
Because
Oh!
my wife is finishing, I think, in an hour or so.
Oh, she finishes at 9.
She has no time to finish.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Wearing Arabic perfume.
Yeah, he is.
Mm.
What is wrong with you, gatekeepers?
You can literally pick
Do you
it
know
up.
what's so interesting? Like, I am like the extra on the opposite end. I'm not saying that you actually are a gatekeeper, but in terms of gatekeepers, like somebody will say to me like, "Oh, like you smell nice." I'll be like, "Thank you so much. Here's where I got it from. It was originally £34, but I got it on discount. If you use
I
this
don't want
discount
everybody
code,
smelling like me. I want to be unique.
that's the new thing that's going on. People are like, bring back gatekeeping. Like, I miss the times when I was the only one who smelled like that. And then she even said in the same sentence, like, what about if it works best with my body chemistry? You hit the nail on the head, darling. It's not going to smell the same on you as it is on me. Yeah, a trained nose, like, moi, it's going to be like, is that Baccarat Rouge? Is that Baccarat? Is that Creed? Da-da-da. But, like, most people aren't walking around being like, you two are wearing this. Like, no.
Because everybody smells the same. Like
Dior, Savage, I can spot that.
Savage.
Yeah.
That is like
I love.
Yeah,
that.
but it smells good. You're not mad about it. You're not mad about it. If every nigga in this world wore that, you wouldn't be mad about it,
I
would you?
would. I only kind of want my man to only smell like that. Sorry.
nah.
To smell like Dior Sauvage.
Yeah,
There's
I
about-
like Savage.
There's about 100 million niggas
Yeah,
who
that's
smell
why I
like
said I
that.
don't want everybody to smell like that.
It is a
So
gorgeous scent.
You don't want a basic ass nigga. Okay, let him find something that works best with his body
I
chemistry.
like Savage on my men. That's got
But what about if
nothing
it
to do
doesn't
with
work
them.
best with his body chemistry?
It has to work with me. It ain't got nothing to do with him.
The only reason
You're right.
fragrances like that pop off is because they're for everybody.
Oliver, you're probably doing the wrong job. My sister, you can talk. You should probably look
Thank
for
you.
something.
That's why the podcast. There you go. So she can chat away.
Thanks, darling.
Well, you still have to.
Anyway,
drive. I was gonna offer
guys.
you some. We've got some rum.
No, don't worry. I haven't been drinking for
Touristy.
like, it's almost some months now.
Oh!
For some months.
For some months!
I was here last month and he was drinking with your dad, I'm sure.
Was I drinking? No, I
No,
never
he
drank.
didn't drink
Yeah.
because he had
I
to
never
leave
drank.
and go and get my cocoa. He didn't
Did
drink.
you drink it?
No.
No, I was
Oh.
drinking alone, and Dad was drinking the
Some beer.
beer.
Well, I'm not quitting, but it's just
It's just a break.
I can't quit beer.
It's
man,
just a
come on.
break.
No, it's just a little bit. I'll quit beer when I die, or when there's a
Beer or
serious-
Jack Daniels? Which one?
Zimbabweans be like,
Jack Daniels. Come on,
I'll quit
Jack
drinking
Daniels
when I
is
die!
come on. It's too early now for me to quit whiskey. It's too early now. Just because
But why the break?
the way I was drinking it was just becoming
It's a bit much, innit?
yeah.
Oh,
Every day
really?
after work.
England, innit?
Oh,
Every day
really?
after work, I had to.
Oh, if only somebody had said that. Somebody smart, wise, pretty, gorgeous, and smart. Did I say
Well,
smart?
the problem with me now is, if you tell me to stop,
I
I won't stop. I have
thank
to
you.
tell myself like.
Don't say thank you. Don't
I-
enable that kind of behavior.
No,
That's bad.
I am the same way. It's just like, oh, you're about to get up and go do the dishes, and then someone says, "Go do the dishes." Do
Yes.
you think I know I need
no,
to
no,
do
no,
the
no, no,
dishes?
no, no. Let me tell you how you handle that better.
Okay.
You tell the person how it made you feel, and that
This is the thing with last borns, you know, they don't get middle child stuff. Like, don't tell me what to do.
no, I
Don't tell
feel
me
the
what to
same,
do.
Last one here.
Yeah,
and I feel the same.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You're
Somebody
used to being told what to do. It's been happening since you were God knows how old. Please.
It's the thing, you know. I just
It's
told myself.
different.
Because
that was real middle child of you.
honestly,
There you
Oliver,
go. Never
Oliver.
disappoints.
Oliver, it's more like you can do woods also. No, beer and to me, maybe but if I tell myself, like, you know, I need to reduce the intake and look at this alcohol thing, it will come down.
It's because, anyways, when I go choose one, I wake up, right? I think
My point is,
I need to,
that's
at some
not
point.
a good way of navigating life. You should just express to the other person, look, I was just about to go do the dishes, like,
How about you
this
mind your
is-
own business?
this is what you've done, and it's made me feel this way. Next time, keep the comments to yourself. Or da-da-da-da. And then you navigate like that. Don't navigate, wow, now that you've told me what to do, I don't want to do it. Well, the dishes still need to be done, honey.
No.
You
As
can't
far
do
as
it.
how you communicate it, of course, you should definitely say it in that sense. But for me, it's like I don't want to be told like, like, imbomira.
No,
Excuse you.
guys, you know that saying, the truth hurts. Your
Thank
outside
you.
people, your outside people, your family.
They can see things before you do. Yeah.
If you're
Absolutely.
saying, oh, like,
Don't tell me what to do. All right, so should I just watch you
I'm
till the day
drinking
you
5
die? And then I'm like, well, I was gonna say while you're in your casket. Well, I was gonna say.
Were they drinking before, or do they drink?
No,
Well,
this is not about
obviously,
no.
doesn't drink.
No, this is not about drinking. It's about the mentality of being like, oh, well, when you like, I don't want to be told. Yeah. So then would it be better if somebody keeps their mouth shut and just watches you do wahala?
No,
and then
do you know
and then
what
when
I'll
you get
say?
into the hole, and then everyone's like, yeah, take a joint, and you're like, So you all just watch me go to wahala.
I think I'll say there's a way in which you can tell somebody about
I
the
agree.
way you're feeling about
I
them.
agree, but the thing
The problem is where this attitude comes from is from when you're younger, just being told in a harsh way, especially my Shona. My Shona, we've got a harsh way of saying things.
it's a hard language. We're hard people.
Like it's not a nice way. Like I remember, like even let's say in our family, for example, you know, you wait. Listen,
Mwanangu.
Universal.
Kudyaje wanyanyisa.
the way they tell you, it's like
Let me float off then. I'm going to grow to a big fat balloon and float away from you.
away from this negativity.
No,
But
do you know
that's what
I
I mean, because we've grown up in that sense where we've grown up in an environment where, so when you're being told off, or we were telling off in the hash, and you know good words are more. It's like now when you're an adult and then people point out things to you, mind you, that you're very much aware of, because listen, who doesn't have a mirror? Who doesn't know exactly what they're
But
putting
not everyone
into
is self-aware.
Who doesn't know?
Not when it comes to things like weight. I
But
always
you-
feel like you're pretty much.
No,
Who doesn't have
some people
who
are.
doesn't have a mirror, and who
What was
doesn't
it?
know what they're putting into their body? Like if you're eating McDonald's every single day, do you not know? If you're putting Jack Daniels in your body every day, do you not know? You know. But then because of the history, remember, sometimes a lot of the reactions that people have up front as adults is you have to go back. Like if I was being told when I was young, I was saying, hey, wow, and then as an adult, you want to come in time and be like, you know what, I've noticed you've been drinking a bit much though. It goes back to what I was being told. I'm not gonna respond to you like I am now. I'm gonna respond to you like who? Like that child who was being told harshly.
Pause. I've got two things to say. Hopefully the first one won't let go. My friend.
She's just taking out the camera.
Oh.
I mean the battery.
I wanted to say, so you're saying if somebody says to you nicely, you're not going to be triggered and you're going to receive it well.
I was told nicely. Did you? One thing my friends did at some point, I think it was so many years ago, is that they sat me down and they asked me. They were like, "What's going on? Like, we're really worried about you." And it wasn't like a massive thing.
judgmental, like,
It was
What's going
coming
on,
from
fatty bum bum? Put down the ice cream.
The friendship will be done. The friendship will be done. Because when you're talking to like that. Oh my god.
But yeah, like it was done in a very nice way that I
Okay.
didn't feel the need to respond the way I had been talked to by, let's say, our family.
Okay,
And
hold
be
that.
like-
So hold that. You said that you would respond positively if you were spoken to positively. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, hold
And
that.
also depends on the person, because sometimes if Olga was to come to me and say something, you know we're fighting. But like it's different.
That's because she wouldn't say it nicely.
But that's what I
It's
mean.
not
It depends
because
on
she's
the
older,
person as well.
Because now she could say things nicely and you would receive it nicely.
I don't know, you know.
Okay, well...
Because of the previous is like what I said.
Okay. So hold that one.
Okay.
Gosh. Made me forget the second thing. Oh, the second thing I wanted to say, which is the most important thing, that's why I wanted to say that first before I go back to the other point, is that you can't control other people. That's why something now that I'm trying, not that I have done, but I'm trying to not react in a way, because that person might not have emotional intelligence, but it doesn't mean that I should also respond in a way that is emotionally unintelligent. Because their intent, whether it was good or bad, this is how they've said it. Doesn't mean that now that I've been like, Redemption, turn the camera on. I was just going to turn the camera on.
No. I even said to you on you respond. You don't respond in that way, but you can like
you
set the boundary.
If I told you to go wash the dishes, now you don't. Now I'm not washing the dishes because you told me to go wash the dishes.
Yeah, I will still tell you very nicely, but I'm not gonna wash the dishes.
Okay, but do you think that's emotionally intelligent?
No. But I'm still not gonna do it.
Thank you. That is my point. You can't control what other people do. You can control the way you react. Look, I don't like the way that you just said to me. It doesn't have to be in the moment, and this is obviously something that takes a long while to learn. I'm not just saying like you're gonna click your fingers and be like, I'm emotionally intelligent. Oh, darling, please don't talk to me like that, because you probably the first couple of times you're gonna want
English language like as if they're more emotionally intelligent.
No, I'm not. No, don't read into that. That's not what I meant. But like, my point is, it's gonna take a while. The first couple of times you're gonna want to jump on the person's throat like you've always done, which is a defensive because you've been triggered. But then after a while, you can be like, look, I don't like it when you go tell me to do it because I was literally just about to go do it, and then this makes me feel this way. So next time, just give me a second, or say it in a nicer way that's not so aggressive. That's why I had said, going back to my original point, you see what I did there? No, it doesn't matter about the way somebody says it, because I said it to him nicely. Like, it wasn't I was like, I was like, brother, my love, do you think this one should be happening every day? And even his wife was like it was all like banter and jokes, like, I prefer it when he drinks, like, he's more fun, like, and it was left. Did I say it in a rude or nasty way? You can confirm. Thank you.
No, of course not.
It's about, but like, I understand that you received it. That like, oh well, if someone, like, I don't want to be told to do it. Like, I want to do it. I don't think it's more so for you personally that like, now that you've said it, I don't want to do it. But it's like, when I'm ready, then I will do it.
That's what I'm trying. That's literally what I was trying to say. Because I had the same conversation.
No,
about cool.
But that's not what he said. He said originally, when other people tell me to do it, I don't want to do it. Which is different to when I'm ready to do it, then I'll do it. There's a difference between acknowledging and being like, do you know what? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Maybe you could be right, like, but I'll do it when I'm ready. If you had said that to me at the time, then I would have been like, oh, bless. But it was like, no, or like, excuse, or like, so then I thought like, oh. And that was just an observation, mind you. When he had like reassured me in the moment that like, oh no, like, it's actually not that deep, I listened to him and I was like, oh, so it's not that deep, because I'm not here every day. I don't see what he does like in and out. Like, it just so happens that every single time that I've been here, so then I thought, let me say it. So now that he's come back, and that's why I was like, oh really? So it was all true. It was all true. It wasn't a lie. I was right. Anyway, that's good because I'm good.
I'm actually going through like, it's alcohol and food.
You're like cleansing the body and soul.
I'm eating once a day.
Okay.
Per fasting.
1 o'clock.
Is that why you look skinny? Skinny mini.
Am I losing?
You're losing.
At least.
JK, you could never lose. We could never lose. It's in our blood.
No,
You're
it's
winning.
gone.
You're winning at becoming stronger, but you're not losing.
No, the thing is, almost, you have to be honest, girl. You look at my genes and my parents. Sometimes you're like, you know what? I could go for 2 months like this and nothing works. Why am I? You understand?
Iguani, you said to me that time that Iguani, you were losing, but in me, I couldn't even see it at the time.
Yeah, but at that time, to be honest, you can tell kutipani vizuri.
I couldn't though. That's my point. Like what you're saying, it's easy for other people. It's the same with everything. It's easy for other people to be like, oh, you're looking good. You're going to the gym. But to me, I'm thinking, bruv, I look the same to me.
It's but in Indo's feel up ayembe. Ayembe zangu.
That's when you feel a bit of room.
Yeah. You feel
Things are spacing out.
So at least I'm trying. So I got alcohol and food.
And food.
I'm gonna give myself 3 months. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work,
Back to your old ways.
come on.
Stop it.
Fair enough.
3 months is a long time.
It's
for
a long
change.
time. It is.
I really can't wait to come back to Birmingham so we can all just go work out. It'll be so much fun. It'll work
Pump
so
some
much
iron.
better.
He
Especially
decided to
lifting.
leave me and abandon me
Why? Where
because
did
he
you
didn't
go?
like the gym.
Oh, you're going to the one the ironworks.
No.
No, he's going
Oh, you go
somewhere.
Bearwood,
Way.
all that way.
Exactly.
There's one right on Kings Norton, just there, with just pure iron.
Which one? By King's Norton?
Yeah, like by the service station.
I can't go there. It's an only men's gym.
Is it? Have they turned it into only men now?
Only men.
Oh,
Men's
now
only.
they have. I used to go there all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really good. All still.
Oh no, but I saw people were
God, I'm gonna need to bleep that.
but I
now.
didn't know kuti vari kubva papi pachona at King's Norton, so I was like, but bear with the thing is it's 24 hours, so
So
I
is
finished
Pure
work
Gym
with the one by.
the one that we went to together?
No, I didn't like the way it stays. It's
Yeah.
too ladish.
I agree.
Did you hear that
We should
toxic
go-
masculinity? What does that mean? It's too ladyish. What does that mean?
No, do you know what it is?
Let's
I think it's
unpack
about
that.
pure gym.
2024.
What does that mean?
I think it's pure gym. The way it's just set up. it's
Don't
not the
speak
same.
for him. Let him talk.
Let me woman
Let him bury himself.
let me woman splain for him, okay? Forget mansplaining. I'll woman splain what he means.
Yes, talk us through that. What does that mean? It's too
It's
womanly.
more like my machines, treadmill, running, and some. You need weightlifting.
There's weights upstairs and there's weights downstairs going up to higher than you can lift. So what are you talking about? And there's plates.
It
The
wasn't
plates,
just-
you can stack them.
It
You
just
can stack
doesn't
them
feel,
into 500
enough.
kg.
Yeah, it wasn't just.
It doesn't feel.
giving, you know.
You need to walk in the gym and be like, right, I'm ready to go. I get what you mean, because when I was going to that gym, I was
you
like,
are bending.
And besides,
We
I'm
could have
not the
encouraged
one-
each other. You are bending.
Besides, it was loaded. Remember the day that I took in that area? You know, you hate being in a gym like udakwenda pa bench apa nditi, and then
It is a lot of people. That's true. It's because it's the only gym. The other one closed down, so everybody who
so
was there.
everybody
What, the
went
sports
there now.
director?
Yeah. It's always pack out.
So down there, nothing.
Actually, I'm gonna change gyms, you're right.
It's free. You don't know what there could be maybe 3-4 people in the gym. This side and that's so you can work out really.
Free.
Just alone.
No, like you just being on this machine, and then somebody comes and say, "How many reps to go?"
It's so
Already,
annoying.
watu patronage. Wakati workout we yakakutariswa kuti uchingobva ndira kutoepa.
Anyways, back to our topic, guys.
You
Can
haven't
we-
introduced yourself, by the way.
Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to Hezvo Car. Why did I have a mind blank there? Welcome back. Today we are halved. You guys, the pressure is getting worse.
Man.
We went from 4 to 3. Now we are 2. Only for this episode though.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
She's gonna come back.
So today you have this one number 4, aka the best, and we have
Miss Vanda number 3.
aka
Number 3. I don't want to put any other title. I said number 3.
there you go. There you have it. We have the best and number 3. You do with that information what you will. So today we have kind of like a free-flowing vibe, okay? We've got some free-flowing Prosecco in my cup. Some people have rum, because that's what they're on. This is very demure, very classy.
Very demure, very mindful.
Yeah, we're
The
not
girls
doing
who get it, okay? And we've got our beautiful girly pop producer, camera lady, editor, redemption. We couldn't get her in front of the camera, but we will, guys. Don't worry, it's coming.
You can always hear her though. Okay.
You guys have been hearing her.
Love to the people.
There you go. Okay, and she's gonna be contributing more
on this episode, I think.
Because we need her. We need her to help us pull up. And we also have our brother in the corner.
Camera today, a bit camera shy.
Yeah, everyone's a bit camera shy. And I've just come from work, so don't watch me too tough, okay? Otherwise, I would have been camera shy too. But we've just been talking. But we said, hold on, wait. We didn't even introduce. We didn't say hello to you.
Introduce yourself.
We didn't say mangwana ni maneru maskati. We've just been yaga. Like, how rude of us. This is Tirivanu. So let's start by, saying hello. How's your week been?
Masquera say, mamuka say.
I'm glad you had a good week. All of them. So anyway, let's get back into it. We're just talking. It's a free flow, okay? Just grab yourself a little bubbly too and join us.
What are we talking about?
We were talking about friendship. We were talking about...
Oh, it was after that video you sent me on TikTok of the girl who was crying because her friend was literally like coming to like what's it called, to help her move because she's been so like down and out or whatever.
And she was saying that like a lot of friendships nowadays are very like can feel very transactional. Like if like you're not going to brunch, if you can't buy your friends gifts, if you can't do this and like just. If you can't give them something more than like emotional and mental support, that like the girls aren't showing up how they used to. But she was saying that her friends, like, they still that's something I'm guilty of, to be fair. If I invite you once and I invite you twice and I invite you thrice, my rule in life is 3 strikes and you're out.
You invite people 3 times.
You don't even get to number 2?
I don't even get to number 3.
I don't get to number 3.
Do you not?
I get the
I thought I was harsh
message.
with the 3 strikes.
No, I get the message.
We've met the final level bosses.
Yeah, sure. You can't keep just kungochera, like just.
But that was her point in the video, that like she's like, I don't show up sometimes because I'm embarrassed. That look, I know that I can't afford even one cocktail. I can't afford the makeup to get put together. She's like, they still pay, they cover the bill. Even when I don't come and I don't make it, they'll still continue to invite me. They'll still show up for me. She's like, her friend at the time was driving from one state, American people. She's driving from one state to her state just to come and help her pack. That was it. There was no, girl, let's get dinner. Oh, girl, let's do it. Which also slightly reminded me of my girly part. Amy, we're not gonna bleep that name because this is something positive. Woo-hoo! Like when I got discontinued from a job that I had, Amy drove down. She drove down from Birmingham to London to help me pack up my stuff, pack up all of my things, pack them. She drove down on her own. Same day, helped me pack up all my things into her car, and then drove all the way back on her own to unpack all of my things on her own, well, with the help of my mum a little bit, into my room for nothing. She just did that for me.
Oh yeah, when you go for
that is the nicest thing that she has ever done for me, and she was like so lovely, so understanding, like so sweet. And somebody else also did the same thing. My brother also did the same thing.
I was on camera.
And it was just like so sweet. Like I just remember in that moment. Like,
madam. Okay. Oh, it depends on her.
I'll take
that okay?
if you're done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I might see you later. Might.
Probably it's get a pizza by the time I'm trying to not pick I'm got to go there. So
I know. I probably
Koi.
is it? Lego?
It's almost in town.
Oh.
I know.
Alright, see you later. In a bit.
See you later, darling.
Alright.
I need a drink.
But
Sorry.
yeah, like they came down.
Sorry, Ollie, I need a drink. My leg is gone numb. Sugar.
It's not easy doing a podcast with niggas. It ain't.
Help me.
And I'm the worst.
I'll be the temporary on that for a sec.
Woo! Debbie's on camera! There you go. Don't you dare edit this out, because
I am not editing this out. Are you mad?
She does the video.
Yo, when you get the final footage,
I was gonna say she'll just put a
I'll be
meme,
missing in action.
or you can put like, do you know,
with me.
or do you know that picture?
Edit your edit.
Do you know that picture?
But it'll be gone already.
Oh no, because you've got the video.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
the power.
saying.
With great power comes great responsibilities.
Do you know like that picture that's like, oh, this is her, like when a guy is showing you to his like people, that's like the picture you're gonna like stick on top and then be like
Yeah, I'm
a
putting
movie
it.
meme.
I'm putting a love heart emoji, guys.
No,
So because-
you look nicer than I do.
listen, muchas gracias, mi amor. But I'm just not a camera girl. I'm not. I'm highly uncomfortable. But anyways, she's back. Bye.
Stop it.
No, I'm highly uncomfortable. Woo! We got a cameo. Oh my gosh, what is this strawberry daiquiri? This looks American. This is definitely American. She probably got this from Costco. I can smell American from far away. Distributed by MSRF Inc. What does that mean? Sheller Park, Illinois. IL. That's Illinois, right?
I could be. Is it? There's Illinois,
No.
Indianapolis.
We went from America to South Africa. Indiana, Mapolis. What?
Indianapolis. There's a state
Called
Good.
Indiana. That's it. It's just Indiana. And Indiana isn't even a state, is it? I think it's a place in a state.
There's Gary.
Like, I thought California was a state, but it's not.
Oh, it's LA, isn't it? That's the state.
Yeah, in Indianapolis City in Indiana. That's it. Indiana City.
I told you.
This is how my leg is getting.
Illinois! I was right! It's American! I love being right, and I'm always right, so it feels even better! Yeah. Cut that out. This is not getting me tipsy. What the hell?
I actually feel it. That means just like you felt your brother had an alcohol problem, you might have.
How did we go from
Yeah,
A
sugar.
and now we are at Z?
Yeah, sugar.
What did you have? Because I'm actually alright.
You're a very crazy girl. And the taste isn't even banging. What's the point? It's not hitting. It doesn't taste good.
Okay, me and Anna enjoyed this 2 weeks ago. Thank you very much.
I liked it.
It's not for you. Thank you. Not
Give me the daiquiri. Let me taste
called
the
the daiquiri.
daiquiri.
It's called daiquiri.
Did it have this stuff inside it
Yeah.
when she bought it?
Yeah. I was supposed to leave it to set for 2 hours, for 48 hours though.
What does that mean?
I said, who's got the time? It's a mixer, innit? It's the sugar at the bottom. Can you not see the sugar?
You're supposed to leave it to set,
Yeah, like it says to mix it and leave it mixed for 48 hours.
and you didn't mix it.
Well, I've mixed it, but not for 48 hours.
Yo, I don't understand.
There's plain rum in there if you just want that.
I want to just taste it. Yo, what?
Oh, that's liquor. That's liquor. It's liquor.
This is liquor.
Ah, that's liquor.
Cocktail mixer. Just add rum. Oh, it's you. You added this rum.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Freaking heck. I thought it came like that. I was I'm gonna buy another one of these. How much is? No wonder. No freaking wonder. Anyway.
What did about live now? My God.
Annie.
This live I was on, I gained 4 followers from it.
Period.
6 anyways. 6 followers.
Period. Wait, was that live on Facebook?
TikTok.
We were live on TikTok that whole time.
No, I was before you guys came. I joined someone else's live.
Oh. Oh, that's also another good thing. Join other people's lives.
Yeah.
Because I hate lives though.
Contributed.
I never watch them, so I wouldn't understand how it goes because I don't know why anybody would want to watch them. Unless it's
Listen,
like
there's a
Nicki
whole.
Minaj. Even her though, sometimes I'm like, boring. Gosh, gosh, 2 notifications. Please be money in, money in, money in, money out. Twice.
Can't wait to finish this fucking driving thing so I can get back into therapy. That's really what was pissing me off when I didn't pass.
Do you know what? The day I start therapy, prepare to be sick of me. It's gonna become my whole personality. Well, you know, my therapist did say, is that how you feel? I think, and you know when they use like a fancy word and then you just adopt it and then just start using it in every other sentence that just doesn't make sense. Yeah, anyway, I was just saying that like you can't control other people's
You were saying that Amy picked you up. It was a really good thing.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Because I paused you.
Because you were saying about the girl who put the TikTok in that. Yeah, that like the reason why I hang on to that so much is because Amy is notorious. Sorry, Amy, we love you, but you know this. She's notorious for being an
You're my favourite, Amy.
For being You said Bintu was your favourite.
Oh my god, how can I forget about Bintu?
Just because she's gone to Australia.
Bintu and Amy. Yeah, my favourite ones.
Anyway, just because oh Lord.
Or do I just have a crush on Amy? I don't know.
Yeah, she said good. Body said good. Okay.
I think I have a crush on Amy.
And
Bintu's
girl,
my favourite.
body said good. Really good. Anyway.
It's not even about her body, you know. She's just got a cute face and it's just like... She looks like sunshine.
She's got it all.
She looks like sunshine.
Apart from reliability.
Reliability.
She's got a face. She's got a personality. She's got a body. Like, eats.
Amy, I know what she's talking about. You're reliable to me, honey. Okay, you stay looking cute. I can always rely on you to be cute.
Okay, there you go. I guess that I won't argue with you there. It's true. Period. But she's notorious for being unreliable. Okay. So like, I am, or I used to be, or I still am. I don't know. A person who's like, once we're close, we're really close. Like, I'm throwing it down. The way people throw it down in the kitchen, I'm throwing it down in the friendship kitchen. Okay? Mm-hmm. Anything that you need, anything that you want, I'm gonna drop. Like, I'm known for this. Like, I will freaking
ride hard.
I'm gonna cancel my shift. I will call in sick. I will do everything and anything I need and inconvenience myself for my friends. Like, whereas I feel like you can make a plan with Amy and then on the day you'll be like, hey girl, so what time? And she's like, I'm actually in Cornwall. I forgot that we have...
Stop it. Not in Cornwall.
Yes.
Like, when did you get to Cornwall?
Oh my gosh, yes.
What time did you get there?
So, like, for a while, it built up resentment. And, like, I just automatically, like, downgraded her.
Boom! That built up resentment in friendships is dangerous.
Yeah. And, like, so then to me, I was like, okay, cool. So then we're just not that close. But, like... That goes back to the other thing that I was saying the other day, that like, just because I was able to be there for you, I feel like maybe that's the own pressure that I put on myself, that like I try to always be the most dependable, most reliable person, so then I in turn project that and expect that on my friend.
Yeah.
Where she, which is also really good for her, like she has those boundaries that like, if I can't, then I can't, and it like I can only give what I have to give.
How does it feel to be that kind of person, guys?
Which is why,
like, where you don't overthink things. Because for me, as soon as I've promised someone something, and then I need to do something for myself that's beneficial only to me, because I've promised that person.
She didn't promise me that she's gonna be there every single second, every single time that I need her.
No, but like. No, what I mean is that in a situation, like, let's say you said to your friend, like, oh my god, yeah, like, what you said, that one, you call her and she's like, I'm in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Like, and then she doesn't really think too much about it or, like, give herself too much grief about it. Like, she just be, like, how do you do that? Because I've been in that situation, right, where, like, I need to fulfill certain things to two groups of people, both very important. There's one I clearly want to do more than the other one. Not that I care about any other one any less. But I can't, just from the fact that there's this other thing that I'm supposed to be doing, I can't now enjoy the thing I even actually really want to do. If that makes sense. Like, even if I do choose
myself. This is actually that isn't it. I'm choosing myself. Like, I can't enjoy it because I'm so
It's just a thing you have to work on.
ridden with overthinking about, like, now I've disappointed this person, now I've done this.
It's because you
I
know
don't
what
know
it
if
feels
you-
like to be disappointed. That's why it weighs so heavy on you.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but there was a time when, especially now because I'm in London, and when I come, my time is very limited, and I have to spend time with this person. I'm trying to do a lot at once. That sometimes, like, I feel guilty if I don't spend a certain amount of time with everybody. And then, because if I'm like, let's say I'm spending time with you, like, let's say for last time, me and you went out to, I was supposed to come from here and go to mom's and spend time with mama, but I also wanted to spend alone time with you, and then we went to Solihull, and I was even rushing you because now I was like, no, but I said to my mom, I'm gonna be there whatever time, and then at the same time the kids back here were like, oh, Mark doing that, and it's like, do you know what I mean? It's so hard.
So, like, that's clearly something that she doesn't struggle with, whereas there's other things that she struggles with that you might find, oh, like, that's easy for me. Like, I'm just gonna put that boundary, or like, you know. So everybody has their thing. It's just something that you have to work towards. But yeah, in regards to that situation, that, like, it really taught me that, like, you know, like, while it's still not a good thing to be flaky or to make plans and then flake out or whatever, I still like, she has taught me, I haven't told her this, but she's taught me in that situation that, like, not to project that onto other people. Like, the way that I pour into my friends is not always the way that they can pour into me as individuals or as a group. So then when you remove that expectation, then you can, that's when you can really start to love the person, I feel like. Because before,
like, as they are,
and I still am working on this, to be fair, like, I'm very entitled when it comes to my relationships because of how I give, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a positive thing that I'm doing. Should I really always be dropping everything I'm doing and for no,
because it's abandoning yourself as well for other people.
Yeah, or like, yeah. So then now it's something that I have to, like, with this massive flaw. There's this thing that one of my other friends said to me, like, there's like a word for it, but there's like a thing that happens in your relationships, whether it's like any kind of relationship, that, like, it's like a crossroads where, like, once you know this piece of information, this is where you choose, like, am I going to continue with the relationship, and like,
can you tolerate it or not?
Yeah. And I feel like the point that was made is, like, a lot of people, that's the mistake that they make, is that they're like, okay, I don't like this and it is a deal breaker for me, so I'm going to try and change it and continue. Whereas, like, once I stop doing that and be like, okay, so if she never changes, this is how she'll be for the rest of our lives. Can I still love this person and have them in my close friendship circle?
Yeah, that's the question.
Like, it's a really, like, hard pill to swallow that, like, hey, like, because, you know, society will tell you if somebody's not doing this, if somebody's not doing that, then, you know, you need to get rid of that person.
And I think there's such, like, they don't put enough weight on it and how hard that is to be like, wow, do you know when your brain just says bye?
In the middle of a sentence.
You know, she just
said that.
Sayonara.
They don't put enough weight on it.
How hard it is.
Woo,
welcome
we
back,
back.
girl. Welcome back.
So proud of you.
Guys, don't let me forget again just because we're celebrating. They don't put enough weight on how hard it is to, let's say you get to that crossroad, right? And you're like, can I live with this? Can I not? How hard it is to be like, I still want the person though, but this specific thing doesn't work for me, and move in the other direction. Like, that's really, really difficult because it doesn't always mean, like, I think sometimes on the internet they put highlight on the fact that you're angry with them, or they've done something wrong to you, or they've crossed some kind of boundary, or da 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 da, and it's just this clear cut of like, no, you know what, boundaries, I'm choosing myself, self-love, da 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 da. But one thing I have been coming to realize is that, like, sometimes you still want the person. This is what I've been struggling with. You still want the person, you still want the friendship, you still want the, like, their company or whatever else. Yeah, but then you know
that sometimes, one, you fantasize a little bit too much when you're looking back at your relationship, even as friends, to be like, yeah, but you glorify it almost to the fact that it's not what it actually is in person, and that what you're actually missing is not even what it was, but what you wish it could be once again. And it's really hard to be in that spot, because
I was just about to say, I feel like that's where, not that your issue is, but like, it's like you don't want to accept that, like, okay, this is who the person is now. Am I okay to love them how they are now, and just be like okay with the fact that because you can't give me the love that I want from you, or the love that I used to get from you, it's okay. Now I'm just the same way you can only give me 20% of love or 20% of whatever, or like giggles. Like, I'm gonna have you, but in this new capacity. The thing is, like, it's either for you, it's like, no, we need to get back how we was, or nothing. But then it hurts you, because you still want that person in your life. But it's like, I think it's more so a you thing, that like you wanna like pour into them and like be there for them, and like, so the fact that they can't do that for you is then hurtful, because it's like, but I still.
So then I would choose to just cut it off entirely, because it's like, if I can't.
But wouldn't you want to rather learn to accept them in that capacity, and then have a little bit of that love?
But they're not. Why am I accepting crumbs when I can have more?
But it's not necessarily crumbs.
Because it's the fact that like I would.
That's the issue. You have expectations, because you expect people to be the way you are.
You are,
and I feel like
I don't.
I feel like you and I's friendship work because we're very similar in that way. I give to you, you give to me. We pour into each other, blah, blah, blah.
But that's what I mean. I've never had to like.
Yeah, but we work.
So that means you're my people. That's what
you've never had to what?
What?
You were saying you've never had to with redemption. You've never had to what?
Like, I don't feel like I've ever had to specifically explain to you and be like, be a better friend, or do this, or whatever. Like, you've just always done that. Like, I feel like you know how to reciprocate. I'm not saying you don't always reciprocate in the same way that I. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. But it still works. But the point is, our relationship works because there is reciprocation. What I'm talking about is that when you know that this person doesn't reciprocate the way that you also show up for them. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, Amy doesn't do that.
I'm not trying to say like they have to then
love
Amy. You as big. And they love you as big as you love them, but there's some kind of reciprocation. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to say is that I've been in situations where these relationships are not reciprocating what I'm also giving out. Not even like a tiny little bit. So then in that case, I can't then. But guess what? They're not reciprocating, but I still want them in my life, and I still love them, and I still care for them. But then I still have to choose me. This is what I was trying to say, that's the hard part. When I know that they're not going to reciprocate, but I still love them. I still would, actually, if I didn't know any better, actually, still cater to them to my own detriment. I can't accept crumbs from something like that, because... That's what I'm trying to say, actually. That's the hard part, because I still want you, but
I feel like you need to change your mentality. It's not necessarily accepting crumbs, but it's just... Like, people take it so personally, like, well, then you're showing me that you don't care about me.
It's personal.
Hold on.
What's more personal?
No, it's not. It's not. Because it's saying, like, oh, well, then you're showing me that you don't care about me. But unless it's something very, like, black and white and vindictive, or, like, you know, we both agree that, like, I hate you and you hate me, and there's no more friendship. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that there's still, like, the channel is open on both ways, it's just that what you're receiving, you're not satiated with. So it's
I'm not receiving anything, my guy, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not receiving anything
to you. But if the other, my point is, if you can physically...
What, you mean that the other person is like, I am giving you all I can?
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. And then you have to come to terms with that.
But it's because you have expectation.
You wouldn't hurt.
Expect them to give you just as much as you pour into them, but people are different.
And the thing is that you can't wrap your head around is there was a time yes, when they said it, the timing was completely diabolical. But there was a time when they felt how you feel. You've never thought about that.
Yes, I have. Absolutely, and one of the conversations was to talk about that, actually, because I think with one of the girls, it was the fact that, like, I had actually recognized that she had been wayward, like what I'm doing now, working in a whole different city or whatever, and I'd never made an effort to actually go and sit because I was so wrapped up in my own nonsense. It was one of the things that I feel like I should have, if I didn't, apologize for already.
Okay,
That
so
I acknowledged.
in that same tone, the fact that the grace was given to you at the time, extend the grace. Okay, well, to her, the grace was given. And then, like, that's the thing. So you can decide to be like, do you know what? Let's start from ground zero and work our way up. But it's more so like you're stuck on the technicalities. Like, when I feel like I get to a point now where I'm like, rah, with this person and rah, like, and it's frustrating because, like, all you don't even want to be right. You just want to be understood. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's where I could see your thingy was. It's like, you were like, but you hurt me in this way. And the person is not acknowledging the fact that they hurt you in this way. But, like, you have to get to a point where you're like, do you know what? And you couldn't also, well, according to her, you couldn't also see the way that you hurt her in that way. Or it's like, yeah, I understand and I'm sorry, but do you not see how I... And then it's back to you.
As soon as you put a but in anything,
everything you said before that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then, like, I feel like it takes a person, and yeah, I'm sorry, it sucks. Maybe you feel like you're always that person, or maybe it feels like sometimes I feel like that, like, damn, I don't always want to be the bigger person or whatever, like, but then I assess it. Yeah, then I assess it, like, and sometimes I'm not always the bigger person. Sometimes it's not about being petty, but, like, if I don't have, like, I feel like that's why I am where I am now, where I was saying to you guys, like, I physically can't reply to messages. It's because I'm so empty after years and years of, like, pouring out and being that friend who, like, any one of my 10 close friends, imagine, okay, you had 3 or 4, like, so many close friends who, like, this person is like this person is like that, and I'm stretching and I'm going and I'm doing it, everything. So I got to a point where, of course, the fuel, the tank, it was finished, it was finito. And it's like the reason, I hope, why they give me grace is, like, imagine, like, one of those dams. Yeah, like, now the dam is empty. It's gonna take the same amount of time it took to fill it that it did to thingy it. Do you get what I mean? That's why I'm saying that, like, yeah, I've been like this for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but you have to work with me and give me grace, even if it takes me a year. I've been a great friend to you for a decade. So yeah, you're gonna wait, and if you don't want to wait, that's also fine, and I respect it. But, like, now that I'm telling you I'm running on empty, and it sounds so silly, like, what do you mean you can't respond to a message? But, like, I can't. I don't know how, and it's, I would love to get into it with a therapist when that becomes my personality trait, but it's because it's something that, like, I can't articulate using the words or the skills that I know, because it does sound so, like,
it's fatigue. It's a
like,
type
what
of
do you
fatigue.
mean? But it really is, like, I don't know how to explain it. The only way I can explain it is I can't. I'm in chains, like, I literally can't. So yeah, so in that regard, that you have to really make the decision. And the reason why you're so, like about it, like, in, like, torment about it, is because there is still that longing of, whereas if there wasn't that longing of, like, wanting some sort of, I feel like you can get to a place, but it's more so a thing that you have to work on. Get to a place where, like, I can accept that this is an acquaintance friendship, and even though we never used to be an acquaintance friendship, you used to know me inside out, that I'm okay with having that acquaintance friendship, that, like, oh, like, every time we're together, like, it's, you know, it's good vibes and it's whatever, and then we go about our own lives and we do what we do, whether it's once a year, twice a year, but, like, it becomes a thing where, like, it's eating you up every time the subject comes up or the person comes up, and then it's like old hurt, and then you rehash it, and then you relive it, and then because there's no progress being made in that situation. It's not like I've cut them off and it's all love. It's like I've cut them off, but, like, you still want them, so it still hurts, but then you don't want to be with them, but then you do want them, so then it's like you have to free yourself. You have to, like, either, like, cut them off and release and be free and be like, when you see them, like, oh, like, hi, like, it's love. Not like, yeah, that's what she does, and da 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 da, like when she's telling you, because she's still friends with them. Like, do you know what I mean? When you get to that point where you either like sever it and be at peace, or you accept them for what it is and be at peace. But right now you're not at
I'm still in limbo.
place at peace.
You care.
I'm
about
still in
them.
limbo.
You still carry a lot of love for them.
Yeah.
And like
Absolutely.
you need to get to a point where it's either the door is closed for you, or you're gonna like, you know what?
It's like your hands are still on the thingy, and then
Yeah.
every time they get slammed,
Like I
go
feel
in the room or take your hands off the
you're
door.
suffering more than they are.
Only when
they-
it comes up.
Yeah, only when it comes up. Because I
came
feel like they've made peace with what it is.
Mm.
And
that's
do you know
what
what it is?
It's even hurtful on top of that.
I think it was always easier for them to make peace without me in their lives. That's the thing.
No.
Like, I feel like
And that's the other. And that's
yes,
the
it
other
was.
thing.
Come on,
I
with the
don't
other
agree.
one, whenever she was in a new friendship, we would literally be forgotten. We wouldn't exist.
Can't say this, but
Oh, I know.
We wouldn't exist. You know which one I'm talking about.
Whatever. I don't like her anyway.
Ame, sataure masita.
No, not.
Um,
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna.
yeah,
Google
and I
them.
said I don't like you. The one who.
Masita.
Oliver, me
You're
man.
making more work for me than on them.
Literally,
You better work. Get to work.
No, but I feel okay. I
Like-
feel like
I feel like they've always been okay without me, and I think
But you also have to free yourself of that. A lot of this stuff is like assumptions. Whether it's true or it's not, you'll never know. Free yourself of
how
it.
is it an assumption when you see it? When you see the action and the reaction and cause, like how can you say that it's an assumption? Like if someone literally gets with a new group of friends, like in the past, and then they literally forget all about you and they don't thingy until, I don't know, something happens or they need to move to a new job or something like that, and then that's when they come back and then you hang out again, and then until they find something else and then they go. That's what I mean. Like it's not a case of like I'm just
But you guys
assuming.
were
I'm
young,
looking
and it's
I'm
hard.
looking at actions.
You guys were young, and now that you're older and you're more emotionally intelligent and you have this vocabulary to express that.
and different things in life. It's never a situation of like, oh, they're distancing themselves from me because blah blah blah. It's like people, we're adults, right? Things are just different from when we were used to chill by the heat.
Like, if you knew what you knew now, you could have articulated that and been like, hey, this is how you're making me feel. Every single time that you go with these friends and da-da-da-da. And then, from then onward, you could get, my thing that's so freeing is when you tell the person, like, hey, this is what I'm feeling, da-da-da-da. This is what I need. And also say after that, I feel like some people end it there. And then now, like, you're expecting the person with the information you've given them to be like, well, okay, if they really wanted to, then they'll do this. No, because I could assume maybe you're upset and now you want me to give you space. And now you're thinking, she's doing it again. Do you know what I mean? So, like, after you said, hey, this is what you're doing, it's upsetting me, it's whatever, which is so, like, nobody talks about that. Like, being vulnerable in friendships is even harder than being vulnerable in a romantic relationship. Because it's like, rah, like, why am I telling my friend that, like, you want, like, say I love you? I had a conversation with my best friend and I was like, why don't you say, like, I'll be like, okay, bye, I love you. And she'd be like, bye. And I'm like,
but me and her,
I said, I love you.
Me and her started doing that, and at first, for me, it was uncomfortable.
She dated it. She was like, okay.
No, but we unpacked that.
Yeah,
And she was like, my childhood, the way I was raised, it's not childhood trauma.
It's not even childhood trauma. Like, I'll give you an example. Manisha, one of my people's, my homegirl. Since Tommy's, that's how we say goodbye to each other. Hey Bella, ciao Bella, I love you. It's years, right? And then when we so it just became part of vocabulary. So when we started, when you said it, I was like, oh shit, oh this feels you. Oh, but now it feels.
Do you think maybe it's because African to African, it's a bit like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing?
I have to say
You love
to my
me?
dad a couple of times, I love you for him, but I love you too. African wise, it's not something that comes authentically to us, but for Europeans,
It's
it
a
is.
Western
No, it is.
thing.
For
For
Europeans,
me,
it's,
let me tell you what.
But you're a very like westernized.
No. It's not because of,
Yeah.
You are.
I am, but that's
Bad.
not the reason why.
You are.
Okay, I am. My hands are up. Don't shoot. Fine. Say what you want. But that's not the reason why I'm overly affectionate. And you see, I used to see it like, so like I would be like what's wrong with you? You can't say I love you. But I never used to be like to myself, like, what's wrong with you? You say it too much. And I feel like those things aren't like talked about in terms of like, okay, you can't say I love you. Well, you can do anything too much. But my point is, when we got down to the nitty gritty and we like trickled it down, and she was going to therapy, so she was using her therapy. You know, we were getting 2 for the price of 1. Thank you to that therapist.
Listen,
so she would come
absolutely.
home. She would come home and tell me.
Which I need to be talking to you about what you've been discussing in your therapy session. So
you go to therapy.
So you can give me some. Sorry.
Girl,
Cut it out. I'll delete it. I'll cut it. Sorry, it's because that's what I do. Even when I was going to therapy, and like I would also be telling what's going on, and then when she's now going to therapy, she's telling me what. I need to mute that name as well. She's also telling me what's going on. Yeah, so that's what I was just trying. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Mute
yeah,
that.
but I've only had 1 therapy session. It's alright. I've only had 1 therapy session, so it's still quite early doors.
You sure it's okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know how to feel about it now, because I think I went into it with expectations. I expected it to be what I've seen in the series and in the movies, like very like
sit on the couch.
So fix me.
Yeah. The session felt like I was telling her I was telling her about myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and it was a lot of her reassuring me.
Yeah.
But I thought she was going to tell me, like, okay, this is what you need to do to fix up.
Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So basically, you're overreacting. None of these things are a problem.
Yeah.
But no.
But it was just her,
That's
like,
the same thing that happened to me. Yeah, she'll be like,
reassuring what.
How emotional does that make you when someone is just like?
To be fair, I ended the session a bit like, no, but she's supposed to tell me to fix up. But like, that says a lot about my character.
Yes.
Like, I am not. There's something I'm doing wrong. I'm lacking in. So when she's validating me, I'm like, but why are you doing that?
Yeah.
So therapy.
Yeah.
Girl.
But no, why I meant to say that the reason why I do that is not because I'm westernized. It's because it actually, when we got down to it, we both had similar upbringings where our parents, let me not specific, our parents weren't affectionate. So then where I internalized it, and now I'm like overly affectionate, and I'm like, I want to hear it. Like, you love me, right? And then she's like, I don't need it. It's okay. The same thing.
You are the nervous
internalized
attachment,
but we internalized it in different ways. So we're actually, one thing about us that we're actually very similar in a lot of ways, even though we're very different. But it's because like we had a lot of the same things, but they just got different reactions, which is why it's so interesting to see that, like, you know, a person can come from an abusive household and they could be like this, and the same person, or like, hence why we started the podcast, the same parents can raise 4 completely different human beings who have different outlooks, different values, different whatever, like, not completely different, but like, you know, like moral compass and stuff like that, but like, in terms of like, you know, like maybe political views or whatever, like, you can differ in that way. Mm-hmm. So like, just when we got down to that, like, I was like, yo, like, that's so crazy how we like whittled that down. And she was like, you know what, I'm gonna try for you, like, and you also, you know, ease off for me.
Because that's the thing with people with anxious attachment style. I do. Anxious attachment style over here.
We anxious.
Vibing in trauma.
Anxiety. Come on, anxiety crew.
Is something I've had to learn as well.
Horrible thing.
That in my relationships, like, I've had to learn to be like, okay, ease off. Like, you don't always need the person to reassure you. Reassure yourself. You don't always need them to tell you I love you. Tell yourself I love you. Like, you know, those kind of things where you're just kind of like, right, do I need to outsource this, or can I give this to myself? You know, and then being okay with literally reparenting yourself and being like, Annette, I understand that, you know, this situation makes you nervous and you're trying to protect yourselves. That's why you've got anxiety, but everything's going to be okay. You are just going into a new room full of a bunch of people you don't know, or like this, there's a bunch of cameras staring at you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You do your best and everything will be okay, as long as you do it past the fear, even through the fear. You're okay. Like, it's funny. Because when I thought I had an anxious attachment style, I thought, right, good.
that means I do need the stuff that I need. Like, my instincts are correct, basically.
Oh,
that,
it's justified.
Yeah. It was definitely justified. I was like, yeah, I need reassurance. I'm anxious attachment style. Like, why don't you get that? But then
you didn't realize it meant that you need to reassure yourself.
What's funny about life is that when you are avoidant or you're anxious, life will always partner you up with someone who is the opposite of what you've got. So it's either...
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Yeah.
T is so avoidant.
And so is your best friend.
Yeah.
Ain't that funny?
They
that
are.
the two closest people to you are both avoidant and you are anxious attachment style. Meaning they too have something to learn from you and you have something to learn from them. You know? Like, it's not always... Yes, you do.
Just kidding.
Yes, you do. Okay? Like, this is what I realized. You know when people are always like, yeah, but it's because that's just how it works. You need something to balance you out. If you both get into a relationship and you're both anxious attachment...
That's when you're codependent and it's just a toxic relationship. Or if you're both avoidant...
Been there before.
You get married
done that.
and then you realise, I've literally never liked you. Like...
Been there, done that. Yes, you become very codependent.
Yeah.
Very codependent.
Yeah.
But
that's
my
what
girls couldn't see me without old boy on the side. Do you know what I mean?
Yo, that's an episode for another. That's it, podcast.
That's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
I loved it though because
That's for another
it
episode.
fed what I thought I needed.
Yeah.
It
did. It fed exactly what I thought I needed, and it gave me exactly what I thought love was supposed to be like. But
it
was
therefore changed the dynamic. Like when you bring your partner
Oh, of
to
course.
like
A
girl
girl's...
group, it's like, okay, this.
What is this nigga doing here? What's this jigaboo?
White? Oh, the deception. The betrayal, man. You deceived me.
Calm down. I'm an FBI agent. I was uncovering a...
Negro, please. Didn't somebody tell you this was an all-white party? Huh? Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
It was a bit
somebody
like,
get this jigaboo.
Yeah.
like no shade, but like I remember, like I'm sure the other girls were just. But why is he?
Why is he here?
Why is he here?
Did you guys ever tell her?
And the girls.
I think at some point they did.
I don't think we did, but I remember.
Or maybe I
which is
realized-
that where you got so in because I'm a bit of a etiquette girl, but like.
Very demure.
He burped so loud. I was like, what? Why do table manners? And you got so protective of him. He's like, he's got acid reflux. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like,
He did though.
okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
fast, but like, where's the pod that comes after it?
Yeah.
Excuse me, that comes after
Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Where's your decorum?
Like, come on.
Oh Lord!
Come on. But like, yeah.
Since then, I've been meeting avoidance guys. And boy,
Which is perfect.
did they teach you a thing or two? Okay.
Which is perfect because like, then you realise it was nothing to do with the other person. It's all to do with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's what you turn into.
Like another thing, sorry to completely deviate from the topic, but that I've recently realised. Oh gosh, this actually pains me to say so much. And maybe I shouldn't be saying it right now when I'm at my literal bummy estate. But like, like I used to think that I was like not perfect. I don't think that people are perfect. But I thought, I'm up there.
Bit of Delulu, yeah?
I'm up there.
A bit of Delulu.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Huh? 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll just say it. We can just edit it out. What are we doing? We're not good at charades. You know this. Go on.
No, plus it's fine. You can say. Don't even need to edit it
Well,
out.
you mentioned charades. Should we play charades after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
Yeah.
charades. Go on, girls.
Yeah.
It's not like I've got work at 7 in the morning tomorrow.
Dang.
You're not alone. I have to wake up early as well. I have to be back at work by 12.
You.
And we know that journey is like 3 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
3!
Yeah.
2!
Yeah, true. But yeah, he recently like just made me realise a lot of stuff that like I was like had a wrong view on or that I was like doing wrong. And yeah, it was just a hard pill to swallow that like guys.
Who made you see?
I'm not perfect. T.
Oh, yeah. Relationships will do that to you. They
Because,
because
like-
like, God damn it.
Just because like I was a bit arrogant, like I'm the emotionally intelligent one, like what do you know? So like When he... I never said that, yo! I never said that.
I had to sip my drink on that one and he wouldn't even go down.
No, it's not like I'm on the phone to him like, what do you know, dummy? I'm the most...
Shut up, nigga. I know best.
Dummy. No. You stupid.
You guys, that's not okay.
No. But he just made me realize some things that even like he said it, but like after the fact, I really marinated on that and was like, yo.
What did he say?
We can share that on the next episode.
Stay tuned.
Nah, just tell us, man. I can't stand the anticipation.
Boo-hoo. Stand on it.
I'm
Sit
with
on
you
it.
guys.
Lie on
Tell
it.
us now.
Do what you need to do.
Tell us now.
So yeah, that was just really enlightening for me, and I'm thankful.
So you're
Because
really not
now-
gonna tell us?
No.
You're speaking like a politician, bro. Like, you know, you don't know what the issue is, but they're just speaking and speaking.
Because now I know. Do you know one thing though? Is that like, now that I know, I feel like I'm a step closer.
To being perfect.
Doesn't exist.
No, I agree that perfection doesn't exist. But we should all strive for it, no?
Listen. What is it? What does that say? WW.
What would Jesus do?
Yeah. Because that's
Jesus
the
would
only
strive for
perfect man.
perfection. Well, Jesus is
But he didn't
perfect.
strive. He was perfect.
Yeah, he was. But he told us, try your best.
Try your best.
That's what I'm doing.
Period.
trying.
Try your best.
Like, I thrive off that. Just,
Try your best. Like, we're not perfect. We're all sinners. We all do wrong, and we all fall short. That's why I'm big on giving people grace. Really big on it. But like, because I feel like when I'm messing up and being wayward, I would hope my friends will give me grace too.
the same grace.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Anyway, guys, I hope that wasn't too somber of an episode. I've thoroughly enjoyed that because I got to put my little therapist badge on. Guys, did you know? Fun fact, I used to want to be a therapist. I sure did. Then I saw the A levels that you needed, and I said,
Not my portion.
I said bye-bye.
enjoy love, I'm good. Okay, like Future said. Like, no that. But thank you so much for watching and tuning in for another episode with Hezvo. We love you.
We love you.
We need you. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your mama, your daddy, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your nanny, and your boss.
This one, share with your friends.
Bye.
And also self-examine yourself. Am I anxious? If I am, work on it. Am I avoidant? If I am, work on it.
Do you know what's so funny?
If I
Dating
don't
in the
have
African
grace-
community.
Grow your grace, your bank, your savings of grace, grow it so you can give it. Thank you.
Read your Bible. You learn a lot about grace.
Demi.
And also, dating in the African community, I've learned, don't ask what your love language is. It's all physical touch.
Especially with Nigerians.
Please.
I,
We all know
Not
we
mine,
didn't
though.
get it from our parents. It's okay. It's okay. Just know that's what it is, okay?
I
Anywho.
like physical touch, but I think mine is definitely quality time. But I'm not big on. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know you want.
You don't need to touch all the time, eh?
No, I know you mind. I
Oh my
know.
gosh. I seen this thing that was like, if I could unzip my man and step into his body like a skin suit, that wouldn't even be close enough. I need to be closer.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
It just feel nice though. It shows that
Oh.
they want you. They want you.
Completely intoxicating.
And my man.
Je ne dis qu'elle n'a jamais battu.
When you love your men.
passy.
Anyway, child, you better cut. Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Give me beso. Mwah. Extendo.
Ready? Yeah.
Let's get it. Real bad bitches from the west and the south. Out now I'm getting
getting
What
this
do you know
clout.
about 0121?